welcome to the preview of tonight's Dean Obeidallah show on SiriusXM channel 127. It is Tuesday, July 28th, more importantly, 99 days until the most important election of our lives, my friends. It is Judgment Day for our nation, and here's the best part. It's all within our hands what will happen on November 3rd. There are far more of us than of them. And if we come out big, we win big. They know it. They'll do everything to stop us from voting, but we're going to come out and we're going to win. That's the key. Now, before we talk about Bill Barr, this big testimony today, on the lighter side, you might remember last week, Donald Trump said he was going to throw out the first pitch at the New York Yankees game on August 15th. And then, a few days later, he canceled, saying he wants to focus on the COVID-19. Of course, turns out, guess what? The reason he's not going to throw out the first pitch on August 15th was he was never invited by the Yankees. He invited himself. And here's the most pathetic part. The reason he did it is because Dr. Anthony Fauci was going to throw out the first pitch the Washington Nationals game, which he did. But an hour before that was Trump's press conference last week. And he was so upset that Dr. Anthony Fauci, who was beloved compared to Trump, who was vilified, was going to throw out the first pitch. He literally made it up. Didn't tell his aides, his staff, no one. Didn't tell the Yankees, I'm coming to throw out the first pitch to an empty stadium on August 15th. Not happening. They canceled it. So, folks, that's not going to happen. It would have been remarkable to see him in an empty stadium throw out a first pitch. But let's get to the Bill Barr testimony. We're going to play a lot of clips on the show. One of the most stunning, tone-deaf things, though, was right in the beginning of the Bill Barr hearing. Jim Jordan, you know him, G-Y-M Jordan, played an 8-minute video on crime in America, showing these newscasters saying peaceful protesters, and then showing crime. It's remarkable. When you listen to Republicans, they really live in a shithole country, don't they? We live in a pretty nice country, but they live in an S-hole country. But in this video, it shows primarily black people looting. It shows some people taking Confederate flags down, and statues down, and then it shows people throwing stuff at white police officers. It was like a Ku Klux Klan recruitment video. This is the kind of video that white people make when they have no black friends. That's what happens right there. There are Klan recruitment videos that are not that over the top. And here's the most stunning part. In this 8-minute video and in the opening, Jim Jordan not once mentioned George Floyd. Not once mentioned Black Lives Matter. Not once mentioned Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. The list goes on. They simply don't care. There are 535 members of Congress. How many are black Republicans in that Congress? 2. And one of them, Will Hurd, is retiring in January, meaning there's going to be one. They have earned it. They are the white supremacist party. Now, getting to Bill Barr, on my show, we'll play a lot of clips. I'll just tell you a little bit about it. But the top line is, Bill Barr is the perfect attorney general for Donald Trump, because they are both equally corrupt and neither care about the Constitution. It's a love story, folks. It's unbelievable. It's like a sitcom. These two, we both hate the Constitution, and we both love corruption. Perfect match. Well, we learned some of the top lines. I think Chairman Nadler did a great job at the top, reminding Americans. Bill Barr has done all of Donald Trump's bidding. He's not been America's AG. He's been Donald Trump's personal lawyer, from helping his friends Roger Stone and Michael Flynn to violating civil rights of Americans by gassing our own people, Americans, so Trump could do a photo op, to what we're seeing go on in Portland right now. Some of the other top lines, you had Bill Barr asked about systemic racism. Guess what? There is no systemic racism. It's over. Isn't that great? Bill Barr said there's none. Even though Representative Sheila Jackson Lee gave statistics that show there's systemic racism, such as if you're black, you're 2.5 more times likely to be killed by the police than if you're white, and pulled over by the police more. Again, longer prison sentences for the same crimes if you're black versus white. No, it doesn't matter to Bill Barr. Second, Bill Barr repeated the idea, because Trump wants him to, that mail-in ballots will cause substantial fraud. Did he offer evidence? No. That's why he's the perfect AG. By the way, here's the reality. There are 5 states that have complete mail-in ballots for years. There is no substantial fraud. This is made up. If there was substantial fraud, they wouldn't be doing it anymore. We also learned something, and there were some really great members of the House that did a great job And we'll play some clips of Congressman Ted Lieu doing a good job and David Cicilline. But Congressman Jayapal was remarkable in making a really important point. Not only about Trump gassing his own people on the directions of Bill Barr to do a photo op on June 1st, but really importantly that Bill Barr, this different approach when the protesters are pro-Trump or anti-Trump. We'll play the clip that makes it vividly, very, very clear exactly that point. Again, we have two systems of justice in this nation. It really is very clear on the federal level. If you're pro-Trump, you're treated one way. If you're anti-Trump, you're treated another way. That's not the way it should be in our system. But bottom line is, the question now is, should Bill Barr be impeached by the House Democrats? Is it worth the time in an election year? Because I think if it was not for COVID-19 and the recession, he should be impeached. The question is, should the House Democrats simply focus on the most pressing issue today, which is yesterday, 1,700 Americans died from COVID-19. We have 22 states in America now, as of today, again, on the uptick. Unemployment went up again. People are struggling. To me, it seems like that should be the focus. But we'll have a good conversation about it. Congressman Bonnie Watson-Coleman from New Jersey is going to join us. She's always great. And it's Tuesday, so it's time for Law and Disorder with MSNBC legal analyst Danny Savalas. Again, my show is live 6 to 9 p.m., channel 127 on Sirius XM Progress. And if you don't subscribe to Sirius XM, I tell you every night, go to the website. There's free offers. Sign up for free. Join our show. Not just listen, be a part of it. Give me a call. Be a part of the conversation. Thanks for tuning to the preview of tonight's DNOB